Hey, I'm Exillion, and bringing 90s disco to a store near you soon is Action Master's Krok. So while little background does exist on Krok, is pretty hilarious. His bio mentions that he has an athletics background, being the Cybertron Mecha Soccer League's most violent player. This is probably why his partner's being called, I kid you not, Gatorader. And so equipped with his so-called automatic powered feet, he's able to kick an Autobot into orbit, or cause an earthquake with a single stomp. One of my favourite parts of the Action Master series were the power plans that came on the back of the packets. These were basically diagrams of the robot in question, labelled up with words that had more syllables than at the time I had years on the planet. Definitely worth a mention is the way they label Krok's mouth his cranium regulation unit. Krok's made a couple of minor comic appearances, mainly in the G1 Marvel comics as Bludgeon's right-hand man, but more recently he appeared in Shattered Glass in a tank of Krok soup. So I've got no idea how I came to own Krok. He must have been some kind of present given to me, because he definitely does not suit my tastes from back then. Now there was a different story, and Krok here represents everything I love about the Action Masters line. So I'm going to start with his colour scheme. I love his colour scheme. The Action Masters are renowned for showing off some bad hues, but Krok just takes it to a whole new level. To me it just looks like someone took all the worst bits from 90s road safety and rave wear, and then topped it off with a trip down the tracksuit shop. In fact, the reason I like his colours so much is because they have this submissive charm to them. They really are ridiculous, and they're not trying to be anything else but ridiculous, and I found once I accepted that, I got on with them a lot better. So let me put his head sculpt into perspective. The only time someone has had more face issues than Krok is when Hardhead ran over Duros. For a start, there's his mouth, or cranium regulation unit. I really can't work out whether it's meant to be a football mask, or it's a draw your own on deal. He also has pink eye so bad that someone must have been farting on his pillow for about a week. And this is all topped off quite nicely with a head that's shaped like a nightglow cycling helmet. To qualify as an Action Master, he of course doesn't transform, but we are left with a couple of clues as to what his alt mode might have been. I mean, there's a cockpit, some wings, cycling helmet. So this is Gatorader, Krok's Action Master partner, also known as the more handsome of the duo. A nice little touch is that you can mount Krok's gun on Gatorader's back, so that people will make fun of the colour of his legs. So this is Krok's concussion rifle mode, and it's an absolute beaut. I love the way these are still blatantly legs. I always thought that the Gator barrel looked way more badass without a pistol sticking out of it, so my preference has really always been the double barrel Gator gun. So unless you like Action Masters, recommending Krok would be about as pointless as selling laminate flooring to a mosquito. However, for fans of Action Masters like me, I cannot recommend him enough. He really is a solid figure who does everything he's supposed to, and he's a great representation of the era.